Hey, future audio video gurus. Getting ready to dive into the world of audio and video equipment, shop management.
It's a really exciting field to be in right now.
Yeah, it is. We're going deep today using RoleCatcher's resources,
Career guide,
interview guides
the whole shebang.
to help you totally crush that interview.
That's right.
So before we get into those interview questions, what does an audio and video equipment shop manager actually do?
Well, the RoleCatcher Career Guide describes it as kind of like being the conductor of an orchestra.
Okay.
You're managing the team, making sure customers have a fantastic experience.
Keeping the shop stocked.
Right, keeping the shop stocked with all the latest gadgets and hitting those sales targets.
So it's a dynamic role that requires a really unique skill set.
Absolutely.
And that's what those interviewers are going to be looking for, right?
Exactly. They want to see that you've got the tech knowledge, the people skills, and the business savvy to lead a team and make that shop a success.
Speaking of those interview questions, RoleCatcher's interview guide has some great examples of what you might encounter.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the first one. Can you tell us about your experience managing an audio and video equipment shop?
Okay.
Seems straightforward,
It does seem
but
simple.
what's the best way to knock this one out of the park?
You're right. It seems straightforward, but it's a great chance to showcase your experience in a way that really resonates.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of just listing previous job titles, think about telling a story.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Highlight specific examples of how you've managed teams, handled challenging situations, and achieved results.
So for example, instead of saying, I managed a team of 5,
Yeah.
you could say something like, I led a team of 5 sales associates, and we consistently exceeded our sales targets by implementing a new customer engagement strategy.
Exactly. Give them a glimpse into your leadership style and the impact you've had.
Yeah.
Remember, interviewers want to know not just what you've done, but how you did it
Right.
and what you learned from those experiences.
I think this is where RoleCatcher's AI could be super helpful.
Absolutely.
I was playing around with their AI-powered answer feedback tool, and it's pretty amazing.
It is.
You can type in your answer to these practice questions, and the AI analyzes it and gives you suggestions for how to make it even stronger.
It's really a fantastic tool for fine-tuning your answers and making sure you're hitting all the right points.
Yeah, and the best part is that it's tailored to the specific role that you're applying for, so you can be confident you're highlighting the skills and experience that are most relevant.
Exactly.
Let's move on to question number 2. How do you ensure that the shop meets sales targets and profitability goals?
Ooh.
This feels like they're trying to gauge your business sense.
Yes. They want to see that you're not just a tech enthusiast, but also someone who understands the financial side of running a business.
Okay.
So think about it this way. If you were the owner of this shop, what strategies would you implement to drive sales managed costs and maximize profits?
So you'd want to talk about inventory management, marketing strategies, customer loyalty program.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to get specific. If you've implemented a successful marketing campaign or streamlined inventory processes,
Share it.
share those examples.
Yeah, it's all about showing that you're not just thinking about selling gadgets, you're thinking about the overall success of the business.
Exactly. Now, before we move on to the next question, I think it's worth touching on a key insight from the career guide.
Oh, yeah.
It highlights the very competitive nature of this industry.
Makes sense.
There are a lot of players vying for customer attention, so you need to be able to set yourself and your shop apart.
That's true. So how can a shop manager stand out in this competitive landscape?
I would say by being innovative, customer-centric, and adaptable.
Okay.
Think about what you can bring to the table that's unique. Maybe it's your expertise in a particular product category, or your ability to build really strong relationships with customers, or your knack for creating a truly memorable in-store experience.
Okay, on to question number 3. How do you ensure that the shop is up to date with the latest audio and video equipment trends and technologies?
Right.
This one seems like a no-brainer in an industry that's constantly evolving.
It is crucial, and the interviewer wants to see that you're not just keeping up, you're actively seeking out new knowledge and embracing innovation.
Yeah, so how do you prove that you're on top of it all? Subscribing to industry magazines, attending tech conferences.
Those are great starting points.
Okay.
But think beyond the obvious.
All right.
Do you follow industry blogs or podcasts?
Okay.
Are you active in online forums where professionals discuss emerging trends?
Right.
Maybe you even experiment with new technologies in your personal time. It's all about showing a genuine passion for learning and staying ahead of the curve.
And don't be afraid to mention specific examples.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a new audio technology that you're particularly excited about, talk about it. Explain why it's innovative and how it could benefit customers.
Absolutely. Enthusiasm is contagious, and it really shows the interviewer that you're not just going through the motions. You're genuinely passionate about this field.
Okay, question number 4. Can you give an example of a time when you had to handle a difficult customer situation?
Oh,
I think everyone has at least one story about that.
probably more.
Yeah, probably more. That really put their customer service skills to the test.
Yeah.
What's the best way to approach a question like this?
These behavioral questions are designed to assess your problem-solving skills,
Yeah.
your ability to stay calm under pressure,
Stay calm.
and your commitment to customer satisfaction. The key is to choose an example that highlights these qualities.
So instead of saying, I dealt with angry customers all the time,
Yeah.
you need to tell a story.
Right.
Set the scene, describe the customer's issue, and then explain how you resolved the situation.
Exactly, and focus on the positive outcome. Did you manage to turn a negative experience into a positive one? Did you learn something valuable? Did you receive positive feedback?
Yeah, from the customer or your supervisor.
Exactly.
I think it's also really important to be honest and take ownership
Oh, for sure.
if you made a mistake.
Absolutely. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But it's how you handle them that matters. Show the interviewer that you're accountable, that you learn from your experiences, and that you're always striving to improve.
This is another one of those areas where RoleCatcher's AI can be helpful. Their platform can analyze your answer and provide that personalized feedback, helping you identify any areas that need improvement.
It's like having a virtual mentor guiding you through the interview prep process.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. How do you ensure that staff are trained and motivated to provide excellent customer service?
All right.
This is all about leadership, right?
It is. The interviewer wants to know that you can create a positive and supportive work environment
Right.
where employees feel valued, empowered, and motivated to go the extra mile for customers.
So it's not just about telling employees what to do, it's about inspiring them to do their best.
Precisely. Think about the leaders you've admired.
Yeah.
What qualities did they possess that made you want to follow them?
Yeah.
Were they supportive, inspiring? Did they create a culture of teamwork and excellence?
Right. So you would want to talk about your approach to training, team building, and creating a customer-centric culture.
Yes, and don't forget about recognition and rewards. How do you celebrate successes? How do you acknowledge your team's hard work?
Okay, question number 6. How do you ensure that inventory levels are optimized and products are restocked in a timely manner?
Okay.
More than just knowing how to use a spreadsheet, I'm guessing.
You're right. This question is getting at your understanding of supply chain management and your ability to balance efficiency with customer satisfaction.
Okay.
So the interviewer wants to see that you can keep those shelves stocked without overspending or running into shortages.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot where you have enough inventory to meet demand without tying up too much capital in unsold goods.
Exactly. Think about the systems and processes you've used to track inventory levels, forecast demand, and manage relationships with suppliers.
And don't forget about staying up to date with industry trends. You need to be able to anticipate which products are going to be hot sellers and make sure you have enough stock to meet that demand.
Absolutely. A savvy shop manager is always one step ahead, anticipating customer needs and making sure that shop is stocked with the latest and greatest gadgets.
Okay, let's tackle question number 7. Can you tell us about a time when you had to manage a budget for the shop? Feels like they're really testing those financial management skills.
It is. The interviewer wants to see if you understand the numbers, if you can create and manage a budget,
Yeah.
and if you can make those sound financial decisions that support the shop's overall goals.
So what kind of example would be a good one to use for this question?
Choose a time when you were responsible for managing expenses. Even if it wasn't for an entire shop, it could be a project budget, a department budget, or even just your own personal budget. The key is to highlight your ability to plan.
Right.
Track those expenses and make adjustments as needed.
And it's a great chance to showcase your problem-solving skills.
Exactly.
You know, did you have to make tough decisions to stay within budget?
Right.
Did you find creative ways to reduce costs without sacrificing quality?
Absolutely. The interviewer wants to see that you can think strategically
Right.
and make those smart financial decisions that benefit the business.
Okay, before we move on to the next question, I want to circle back to the career guides for a moment.
Sure.
It mentions that this is a customer-facing role, so strong interpersonal skills are essential.
That's a great point. The shop manager is the face of the shop, interacting with those customers daily, building relationships, and ensuring a positive experience.
Yeah, it's not just about knowing the tech.
Right.
It's about connecting with people.
For sure.
So how can someone really shine in this area during an interview?
Be genuine, be enthusiastic, and be a good listener. Show the interviewer that you're passionate about helping customers find the right solutions for their needs.
All right, let's move on to question number 8. How do you ensure that the shop is compliant with relevant health and safety regulations? Responsibility, right?
It is. The interviewer wants to see that you take safety seriously and that you understand the importance of creating a safe and healthy work environment.
Yeah, for your team and your customers.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about knowing the regulations, it's about fostering a culture of safety.
Exactly. Think about the steps you would take to ensure compliance. Would you implement regular safety training programs? Would you conduct routine safety inspections?
Yeah.
Would you create a system for reporting and addressing potential hazards?
Right. And how would you communicate the importance of safety to your team?
I would say by leading by example, being proactive, and involving your team in the process.
Okay.
Creating a culture where everyone feels empowered to speak up about safety concerns and contribute to creating that safe work environment.
Okay, that's a wrap for part 1 of our deep dive. But don't worry, we're just getting started. Be sure to tune in to part 2, where we'll tackle even more interview questions and delve deeper into the world of audio and video equipment shop management.
Looking forward to it. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of audio and video equipment shop management.
We've already covered a lot of ground,
Yeah,
but there's still a few more questions waiting in the wings.
there are.
Remember that RoleCatcher interview guide?
Yes.
It's packed with insights, and we're going to keep unraveling those sample questions to give you the edge you need to succeed.
Absolutely.
Before we jump back into those questions, I want to touch on something that's been weaving its way through our conversation,
Okay.
and that's this idea of passion.
Yeah.
The career guide mentions that a passion for audio and video technology is key for success in this role.
It's absolutely true. This isn't just a 9 to 5. It's a field that really thrives on enthusiasm and a genuine love for the technology.
Yeah, and customers can sense when someone is truly passionate about what they're selling.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes all the difference in building trust.
Absolutely.
So how can you convey that passion during the interview?
I think you just got to let it shine through in your answers.
Okay.
Share your personal experiences with audio and video technology. Talk about the products that excite you, the trends you're following, the innovations that inspire you.
Don't be afraid to beak out a little bit.
No, let that enthusiasm be contagious.
Exactly, because the interviewer wants to see that spark, that genuine excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about interview questions, career paths, the importance of staying up to date, and this idea of passion. Any final words of wisdom for our listeners as they prepare to step into that interview room?
Just remember, you've already come so far in your journey. You've taken the time to research the role, familiarize yourself with the company, and you've prepped those thoughtful answers to those challenging interview questions.
Right.
Now it's time to trust in your preparation, believe in yourself, and let your passion shine through.
Be confident, be authentic, and be ready to share your love for all things audio and video.
Exactly. And remember, the interview is a two-way street.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's a chance for you to learn more about the company and the role, to ask questions and make sure it's the right fit for you.
That is such a good point. It's not just about impressing the interviewer. It's about finding a role where you can thrive and contribute your unique skills and talents.
Exactly. So go into that interview with a positive mindset, a willingness to learn, and a genuine desire to connect with the people you meet.
And don't forget that RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Their AI-powered tools can help you refine your CV, practice your answers, and get valuable insights into the job market.
It's an incredible resource for anyone looking to navigate that job search process with confidence and success.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of audio and video equipment shop management. We've covered a lot of ground, but this is really just the beginning of your journey.
It is.
Use the insights and the tools that we've talked about to prepare for your interview.
Yeah.
Land that dream job and build a fulfilling career in this really dynamic and ever-evolving industry.
Yes.
And remember, the world of audio and video is constantly evolving.
Always changing.
So embrace that challenge of continuous learning.
Yes.
Stay curious.
Absolutely.
And never stop exploring all the amazing possibilities that this field has to offer.
That's right.
Best of luck on your interview, and welcome to the exciting world of audio and video equipment shop management.
Welcome aboard.
That's a wrap on our deep dive. We hope you found this episode insightful and helpful. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into a different career path. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing your dreams. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the world of audio and video equipment shop management.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, from deciphering those interview questions
Yes.
to exploring those career paths, and we even took a glimpse into the future of this industry.
We did.
So we've equipped you with a toolkit of knowledge and insights. Now it's time to put it all together and make sure you're ready to shine in that interview.
That's right.
Before we jump into our final tips, I want to touch on something that's been weaving through our entire conversation,
Okay.
and that's this idea of passion.
Yeah.
The career guide mentions that passion for audio and video technology is essential.
It's true. This isn't just a job. It's a field that thrives on enthusiasm and a genuine love for the technology.
And customers can sense when someone's truly passionate about what they're selling, right?
Oh, yeah.
It makes all the difference when it comes to building that trust.
Absolutely.
So how can you convey that passion during the interview?
Let it shine through in your answers.
Okay.
Share your personal experiences with audio and video technology. Talk about the products that excite you, the trends you're following, the innovations that inspire you.
Don't be afraid to geek out a little bit.
Let that enthusiasm be contagious.
Exactly, because the interviewer wants to see that spark. Okay, so we've talked about the interview questions, career paths, the importance of staying up to date, and this idea of passion.
Right.
Any final words of wisdom for our listeners before they step into that interview room?
Just remember, you've already come so far in this journey. You've taken the time to research the role, you've familiarized yourself with the company, and you've prepped those thoughtful answers.
Right.
Now it's time to trust in your preparation, believe in yourself, and let your passion shine through.
Be confident, be authentic, and be ready to share your love for all things audio and video.
Exactly. And remember, the interview is a two-way street.
That's a really good point.
It's a chance for you to learn more about the company and the role, ask questions, and make sure it's the right fit for you.
Yeah, it's not just about impressing the interviewer. It's about finding a role where you can thrive and contribute your unique skills.
Exactly. So go into that interview with a positive mindset, a willingness to learn, and a genuine desire to connect with the people you meet.
And don't forget that RoleCatcher is there to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely.
Their AI-powered tools can help you refine your CV, practice your answers, and get valuable insights into the job market.
Incredible resource.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of audio and video equipment shop management. We've covered a lot of ground,
We did.
but this is just the beginning of your journey.
It is.
Use the insights and the tools that we've talked about to prepare for your interview, land that dream job, and build a fulfilling career in this industry.
It's a great field to be in.
It is. And remember, the world of audio and video is constantly evolving, so embrace that challenge of continuous learning, stay curious, and never stop exploring the possibilities that this field has to offer.
That's right.
Best of luck on your interview, and welcome to the exciting world of audio and video equipment shop management.
Absolutely. Welcome aboard.
That's a wrap on our deep dive. We hope you found this episode insightful and helpful. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into a different career path. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep chasing your dreams.